Hello and welcome back to another Dare to Game video. Today we're playing Dragon's Dogma 2 and we're doing another armor video. Today it's for the Mystic Spearhand Vocation, so we'll be doing the top 5 best Mystic Spearhand armor sets. And before we dive into the video, I just want to say, please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and go ahead and click that notification bell so you can be notified every single day when I upload video. Whether you're a longtime viewer of the channel or this is the very first time you've ever seen it, it is very helpful to do so, and I'm currently trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. So if you could be one of those, that would be much appreciated. So with all that being said, let's dive on into the meat of the video. And what we're doing, like I said, is our top 5 best Mystic Spearhand armor sets. And so basically there are 3 qualifiers for this. A, I try to prioritize stats to make sure that these are very good sets of armor stat-wise. They obviously have to be things that the Mystic Spearhand Vocation can actually use, so that disqualifies a ton of the stuff in the game. And I try to make sure that they actually look good, because fashion is of course the most important thing in a game like this. So I avoid any weird clashes where it just looks terrible together, or things that have really good stats but are specifically for a female character or a male character. In this case, we're doing them for a male character, so I'm avoiding anything where it's like a skimpy bra and a thong that has ridiculously good stats but would look very silly on my character. So with all that being said, let's dive on in to the very first outfit that we'll be looking at today. And of course, one more thing to note for all of these outfits, I've upgraded them all the way with Dwarven enhancements and then the Dragon Forged one at the end, so they will have better stats by a lot than the basic items that you will find, and their weight will be half of what it would be otherwise. So with all that being said, let's dive into the first one, which is the Mercenary Champion. It's made up of the Laurel Circlet. A circlet of metal leaves improves the wearer's powers of concentration. The Adept's Coat, a long coat of quality leather resistant to the sharpest blades and deadliest of spells. It is a welcome boon on any battlefield. The Mercenary Hosen, leg armor designed for ease of wear and maintenance, apt to find favor among brigands and sellswords. And the Champion's Mantle, a mantle that exudes self-assured majesty, makes any triumph seem a foregone conclusion. And so this one I think looks obviously quite good, otherwise it would not have appeared in this video. Stat-wise, the Mercenary Champion is also quite good. We have a total weight of 6.56 kilograms, a defense of 385, magic defense of 324, and knockdown resistance of 229. I really like the way this one looks. I think in a lot of ways it definitely just reminds me of something that you would see the Starks wearing in Game of Thrones. We've got our leather brigantine style armor, or I guess leather coat of plates style armor over top of a bunch of, you know, chainmail and then plate armor. We've got a big heavy cloak on it with fur around the top. I like the red accent on the back, and I did all of that because I was putting the Laurel Circlet on this outfit, and I wanted to give the outfit a sort of, you know, sense of gravitas and majesty. And I think it works very well for that. So this is obviously a very good looking set of armor, and the stats on it speak for themselves. It's quite good, better than a lot of what you'll see in the game. So that is number 5, the Mercenary Champion. Let's move on to number 4. Alright, and at number 4 we have the Creed-bound Crusader, which you can see before you here. This one is made up of the Crusader's Helm, a helmet with a cross-shaped emblem extending across the brow, forged by a smith with a priest's training. It is imbued with a prayer for victory. The Creed-bound armor, lustrous armor, studded with silver rivets. The smith who forged it was inspired by stories of an ancient arisen dedicated to a religious order. The Venator's leggings, leg armor designed for soldiers. The knees and ankles are protected by tempered steel, which also serves to stabilize the wearer's footing. And the Monarch's Mantle, a mantle fashioned from brilliant blue cloth, imparts a sense of superiority when worn with regal bearing. So this one is obviously stylistically very medieval knight style. I mean, there's lots of fantasy elements, but that's kind of the vibe we're going for with this one. Total stats on the Creed-bound Crusader are a weight of 6.56 kilograms, a defense of 383, a magic defense of 288, and a knockdown resistance of 273. So stat-wise, we've got improvements in pretty much every area over the last one. The last one's magic defense was higher than this one, but other than that, we're doing pretty dang good. It looks really cool. I think that the Crusader's helm is a tricky helmet to make look good with a lot of stuff in this game, and this is basically the only way to do it because it goes really well with the Creed-bound armor, and then of course that vivid bright blue of the Monarch's Mantle just goes really good with all this silver and gold, and the Venator's leggings match really well. So this is another example of an outfit where it looks like it was designed to all go together. If it wasn't, which I have no idea, then it's a a weird coincidence, but this stuff looks like it was made for each other. So as far as style goes, I give the Creedbound Crusader a lot of points, and stat-wise, like I said, it speaks for itself. So that's outfit number 4. Let's move on to number 3. And at number 3, we have the Soaring Admiral, which you can see in front of you right here. This one is made up of the Confidant's Hood, a hood that combines metal plating and opaque fabric to both protect the wearer's eyes and shroud their gaze. The Soaring Surcoat, a drakeskin surcoat embroidered with stars, suns, and a dragon, Segrant Regarden, offers exceptional protection and resistance to debilitation. The Arena Breeches, leg armor that offers an exceptionally tight fit, favored by those whose vocations demand intense movement, and the Admiral's Mantle, a durable mantle that can weather cuts and stabs without tearing, made from a flexible material to prevent entanglement when wielding larger weapons. So this one, again, is pretty dang good. I don't know why I keep saying that. Stats on this one, we have a weight of 7.32 kilograms, a defense of 528, a magic defense of 379, and a knockdown resistance of 295. So stat-wise, this one is better than the first two we looked at in every way. It's obviously a little bit heavier, but, those stats speak for themselves. It's ridiculously good armor. And as far as appearance goes, I think it all matches relatively well. I ended up taking a lot of different items that oftentimes I don't find connecting with other stuff in the game, and matching them together to make something that, again, looks like it was meant to go together. The trickiest part was, of course, the headpiece, because this armor itself, I think that the cape, the body armor, and the leg armor all matches together relatively well. Where I took a while was definitely the headwear. I wanted something that obviously gave us good stats, and that the Mystic Spearhand could wear, but also something that looked like it fit with it, and I think the Confidant's Hood matches all of those requirements. So that is the Soaring Admiral, our third outfit. Let's move on to number 2. And our outfit at number 2 is the Dragon Knight, which is made up of the following items. The Dragon Knight's Helm. This helm is thought to be a relic of a past arisen who was hailed as the Dragon Knight. True or not, a draconic skull was employed in its making. The Duelist Coat, a coat of blood-seeped monster hide comprising an array of skillfully fashioned parts. The tight fit helps to keep the wearer alert and focused. The Crimson Hosen, leg armor fashioned from dyed monster leather which remains supple during quick movements and becomes firm when the wearer tenses their legs. And the Sentinel's Shoulder Cape, an embroidered cape that will look dashing on the shoulders of any blade wielder. And so this one just kind of speaks to the Mystic Spearhand as it really well. It's a good combination of what looks like something that might be worn by a mage, but also something worn by a blade wielder, a physical weapon, melee type soldier. And I think that, is the thesis of the Mystic Spearhand, so it fits really well thematically. Stats on this one, we have a weight of 7.27 kilograms, a defense of 538, a magic defense of 437, and a knockdown resistance of 342. So once again, we have an improvement in every stat area over the last set, so this one is just really, really good, speaking just from a stat perspective. And again, from an appearance perspective, I really like it. I think it coordinates well. I think that all of the colors coordinate. We've got a lot of red and black going on all of our items, and we're able to see the important parts. So a lot of times when you have a piece of armor that has a big dramatic chest or shoulder piece of armor, certain capes and cloaks will get rid of that because it'll cover it up, and then the game will adjust for that. Well, if you just use the one I've got on here, it does not do that at all. So you get all of the aspects of this armor while also still having a full and complete look that coordinates very well. So that is the Dragon Knight at number 2. Let's move on to our number 1 suit of armor for the Mystic Spearhand. And so our final one at number 1 is the Vasara Strider, which is made up of the following items. The Batali Turban, a bolt of dyed fabric worn wrapped around the head. Batali dyes prevent cloth from molting or molding and do not fade when exposed to wind or rain. The Vasara Scaleskin, scale armor crafted in the image of Vasara, a water deity of southern Batali myth, purported to expel evils and clear one's path of obstacles. The Strider's Greaves, armor adorned with reliefs over the knees that resemble a mythic monster spoken of in eastern lands. The strangeness of the design lends it a mystic wonder. And the Guerco Peafowl Feather Cloak, a cloak fashioned from the feathers of a peafowl native to the Guerco mountain range. The cascade of dark azure plumage is majestic to behold. And so this one is obviously very Batali themed. We've got that southern vibe to pretty much every aspect aspect of it, and I think it all looks good together. The stats on this one are a total weight of 7.16 kilograms, a defense of 518, a magic defense of 375, and a knockdown resistance of 403. So, compared to the Dragon Knight, this one swaps some stats. The overall defense is lower, as is the magic defense, but it is lighter, and the knockdown resistance is significantly higher. So, you know, they come close to being stat-wise tied for each other, and appearance-wise, again, it's going to come down to personal preference. I really like the way this one looked. It's probably the heaviest looking out of all of them, mostly just because the Vasara scaleskin looks like very heavy looking plate armor, at least for the upper torso and arm portions of it. I think all the colors go together really well, and it's fun being able to add the Batali turban to a piece of, you know, an outfit of heavy armor like this, because it just gives it a very unique and cool look in my opinion. But yes, that is all of my top 5 Mystic Spearhand outfits. But that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was useful if you are playing as the Mystic Spearhand, which is by far one of the best vocations in the game, at least in my opinion. This video should have helped you decide what type of armor to wear, at least I would think so. But that's all for today. If you have any requests, anything else armor related you'd like to see, let me know down in the comment section below. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching another Dare to Game video. If you liked this video, please leave a like and a comment. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like my content and would like to support this channel, consider becoming a member today for as little as $1.99 a month. It makes a huge difference. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you next time.